I'm the legend Tom Winkler with you till 8 o'clock tonight. And right now I want to welcome my first special guest here today to the program, the one and only Mr. Ray Cummins. Ray, how you doing today?
I'm doing great, Tom. I really appreciate you having me on today.
All right, get a little closer to the mic if you can.
I hope you...
there you go.
Can you hear me okay?
I hear you now.
Yeah, it's great to be here. I was here with you, I guess, back in the summer, but... Yeah, it's great to be here tonight. Well, a Christmas CD and a few things to play.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing it. Now, this is your new one, or is this?
Well, this is it's not new, but it's new to someone that's ever heard it.
So that throws me in the mix. Is that what you're telling me, man?
But, this is actually the 24th year of this Christmas CD. This is really one of the most proud. I'm proud of this CD. It's got the Nashville Singers. Daryl Dipka from Nashville. We did it here, not too far from here in Loveland, but I did, of course, it's the Nashville Singers in Nashville, but Scott Ballou, he's a friend of mine that engineered it, and he at his studio, and he also does all my videos for Vintage Guitar Magazine.
All right. Very good. Very good. Well, I certainly am glad to have you in the studio once again, and how things been going for you?
Been going good. I was sick there a little bit, but I'm better now. And we had the Hall of Fame, the Northern Kentucky Music Hall of Fame. I was very fortunate to be inducted in September, and we were rained out 4 times. Plus last year it was COVID, so I missed 5 times of a cancellation.
Yeah.
And then when it finally took place September 14th, I was sick and couldn't go to it.
Yeah, well, I wasn't feeling too spry then back then either, and I'd emceed that show for John Mandel and Northern Kentucky Music Legends. That would have been my 7th year to do that, and quite an honor. And I couldn't make it either. So
yeah, I heard that you were sick too. We both missed that, but
yeah, well, we'll have to see if they'll do a rerun coming up next year. Maybe we can do a video, and do last year's. And
actually, John Mendel, he was nice enough to let me. I'll be back on next year.
Oh yeah.
Even though I was inducted, he's going to have me back. So you'll be there. We'll both be back.
Yes, I definitely look forward to that. That is a great event. It is well received by the public over in Fort Thomas, Kentucky, and it just don't get much better than that. You know what I'm saying? All the great talent that came out of or comes out of Northern Kentucky. So,
right.
My hat's off to all of them.
Wonderful talent there.
Yes, there is. Yes, there certainly is. So you have your latest Christmas album. So what can you tell us about it?
Well, it's got 16 songs on it. Jingle Bell Rock, Winter Wonderland, some of the all-time favorite Christmas songs. And I had, like I said, Scott and Danny Burton locally here, and then the Nashville Singers, and it's very Christmassy. As you'll hear when we play a song, but
okay.
One of my favorites is the Jingle Bell Rock, which I do a lot on TV when I'm touring for the Christmas month,
Okay, and by chance, what number is that on the CD?
That's number 1.
Oh, a pretty good guess. I got that figured.
Yeah.
That don't usually happen with the legend, I'm somewhere out in the ozone. All right, so I'm going to let you play disc jockey here for a minute, and why don't you go ahead and introduce this first cut off your latest Christmas album?
Yeah, this is a Jingle Bell Rock off of my Christmas CD called Pure Christmas. Here's Jingle Bell Rock.
Great version of that song on guitar. What type of guitar were you playing on that number?
I was playing the my Gibson Country Gentleman, Chet Atkins Gibson. It's that was recorded actually in the fall of '98. So that's when I first got that guitar. It's a great sounding guitar.
Yes, it is. I don't play guitar. I don't play much of anything except music. But
that's great.
So you're trying to say it's great that I don't play guitar, right? That's funny. Anyway, I love having you on the program, brother. That's for sure, man. Anyway, what I was going to say is you recorded that back in '98, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And I was going to say something, and now I just forgot what I was going to say, so I'll just ramble on here a little bit. I'm pretty good at doing that. We got plenty of real music for you tonight from now until 8 o'clock tonight, so stay right with us. Ray Cummins is a phenomenal guitarist. If you ever get to see him in person, you are going to be amazed. I had not seen him until he was over at Bobby Mackey's a few months back and performed on stage. And I got to be honest, ladies and gentlemen, I sat there and said, whoa, this guy can play. And he's not bragging. He can just plain play. And you fashioned yourself, I take it, after Chet Atkins, correct?
Correct. I learned a lot of technique sitting around the record player when I was just I got a late start on guitar. I started when I was 16, and of course I would play trumpet before that and got sick. My dad brought the guitar home for me and a Chet Atkins album, which I knew nothing about, but I've been playing music since I was 5, but accordion, piano, trumpet, and then I got on guitar, and so I was so inspired by Chet Atkins. Of course, I played in top 40 bands too, and played all kinds of songs in music. I like all kinds of songs to play. But you were talking about my CD. A lot of people say, when are you going to make another CD? They don't realize that CD, Scott and Dan always kid me because we spent so much time on that. It took like 50 days and hours a day to make that CD. Then plus I had to go to Nashville. I got the cover made down there, and all the singers, it took them 7 hours they were totally professional, as you can see here on that song there.
Yeah.
That's all it took, 7 hours. But and then when Scott was mixing that Jingle Bell Rock, by mixing, the drums, all the different instruments, it took, I always kid him, it was unbelievable, 17 hours just to mix Jingle Bell Rock. I mean, that's unbelievable. So people think you can make a CD like real fast, which you could, but not that type of CD,
Yeah, there's a lot of instrumentation, and I'm sure, and getting your notes and
right.
Your chords and keys and all that kind of good stuff in the right mode, correct?
Right, correct.
Yeah. I learned a few things in my years, but anyway, I still can't play guitar. Maybe I should see if Ray over here will teach me how to play something in the key of A, which is pretty much where I sing at.
Do some Elvis.
Oh, I could do Elvis.
I know you're the Elvis man.
Love the king, man. Love the king. Anyway, let's get another song on here. What would you like to have me punch up here?
How about number 3, White Christmas?
Okay. You're on again. You can go ahead and promo this, brother.
Yeah, and this is from my new. I'm actually my old CD. I keep saying, you got me saying new. But
right.
But look up. You could send me guitarcummins@aol.com. That's if anyone would like to order the CD, just guitarcummins@aol.com. But this is a Winter Wonderland, one of my favorites. I mean, White Christmas, one of my favorites at number 3.
It can be White Christmas or Winter Wonderland. Either one is going to be phenomenal, right?
I hope they like it.
yeah. All right. Great version of that, Ray.
Yeah, thank you.
So, you recorded this album back in 1998, right?
Right.
Okay. And are there any plans to do a new Christmas album or come out with another album of your greatest music that you've played or recorded?
Yes. Well, I haven't got any plans to do a new Christmas CD, but I got some original songs I've written, and then I might do like some of the best of Ray Cummins and put it on maybe 8 or 10 songs and have like maybe 3 new ones. Plus, we're going to do I'm going to do a kind of like a bluegrass video this coming next year, playing acoustic, and I'm going to have a banjo and upright bass, but I'll still be playing the same way. So I'm looking forward to a lot of new projects coming up, and I want to tell you do you know how many copies I've sold of this Christmas CD?
No, but you're going to tell me.
It's sold under 1 million.
Really?
Under 1 million.
Wow. How close were you to 1 million?
One time I was on this TV show, and we would get ready to be on in the next 20 seconds, and I said, so far these CDs have sold under 1 million, and the person said, I can't, unbelievable. And I said, under 1 million. She said, unbelievable. They just never caught that under,
Hey, under, close to, and then over. We got over 1 million, and then you can, jump up and down, because that's the line everybody wants, right? They want that million CDs that you got, or albums or whatever you're putting out, and and that way you get that chance to hit that million mark.
Right.
And just really, if you didn't have an ego, you got one when you get done with the million, right?
Right.
There you go. That's exactly how it works, if you go back in the history of music, and especially country or early rock and roll, rockabilly music, and stuff like that, and I know I got a question for you. Did you play in some rock and roll or rockabilly bands?
Well, what we did, I had my own group, and singers, and we did every kind of song, from Merle Haggard to the Bee Gees to Elvis, 50s music. So when you're playing out in the clubs back then, we tried to cover everything: top 40, rock and roll, Doobie Brothers, everything from country music, and so that gives you a lot of experience of learning to play back up and everything like that. Yeah,
and learning to play different formats of music.
Yeah.
I know, talking about myself for a second, but, the first band I put together in 1975, the guys in the band were still in high school, I was not in high school. I was married, and actually 2 of the guys in the band lived with their wives in the same apartment complex that my wife and I lived in. That's how I got to know them, because I was sitting in my apartment downstairs back in the second bedroom, which was my drum room, learning to play drums. And the guy comes downstairs and bangs on the door and says, "What the heck is your husband doing?" And Debbie, that was my wife, and she says, he's practicing drums. Really? Well, I play guitar. Can I come down and jam with him?
Yeah, you got your own band. Starting up.
That's how it started, and it's amazing how much you can get done in a period of time, and be able to go out and get the guys you need, put a band together. I mean, it's different today if you're somebody like, Bobby Mackey or some of the really well-known bands, and somebody's sick or somebody can't be there. I mean, there's plenty of people you can call on and come in, and anybody that can follow chords can play, right?
Right.
Yeah. Playing what you play is quite a bit different, I would assume.
Yes. What I did was learn how to play a lot like Chet Atkins. You're talking about hours and years of practicing technique, right hand. But then you can apply that to whatever you're playing later, country or as you being an Elvis Presley fan and performer too. You remember Scotty Moore? He played a little thumb style. That was back in Elvis's in the 50s,
right?
And he was using the thumb pick and playing the thumb style back and forth. And of course, then and I was fortunate this last summer and 3 or 4 years ago to talk with James Burton, played with Elvis.
Yeah.
So he's a great player on his Telecaster.
Plays a Telecaster.
Yeah, played with Ricky Nelson and all them.
Oh yeah,
they're great.
That's where he got his start.
Yeah, those are great videos. I like to watch those on YouTube.
Oh, that was a great program. But James Burton went on to be the master of the Telecaster.
Yeah,
Vince Gill puts that out all the time when he's on stage with him. Great entertainer. Go ahead.
I do the tutorials for Vintage Guitar Magazine. They did a story on me about 5 years ago, and so that when I do the tutorial and tributes to like Les Paul and Chet, they put that out, and Vintage Guitar has been really great about that. And we make those videos, Scott and I. And James Burton, when I talked to James about 4 years ago in Nashville, he had seen some of the videos, so that was nice because you get so much publicity with Vintage Guitar on their Facebook page. I think they got close to 500,000 likes on there. So, but yeah, James is a really nice guy, a great player. I think he's about 80. I'm not sure 82 or something, but he was at the NAMM show this summer, and
well, he's awesome.
Right.
I mean, in fact, I don't think there was there wasn't. I'll put it that way. I mean, there was not a slouch in Elvis's entire group.
No.
Yeah,
No.
He picked the cream of the top, right?
Right.
Yep. Stay right with us, man. I got a couple of things I got to get done here, and we'll be right back talking to my guest, Ray Cummins, on Drive